Hi dears, as we know, the CBSE has decided to conduct 10th standard assessment in two terms. Our first term assessment is going to start in November or before that. So these 2 months, especially September and October, it is very important for us. So my dear students, today onwards, we would like to start practice on MCQ questions. As we know, MCQs are very important this year because our mode of examination is decided to conduct in MCQ format. It is conducting in MCQ format even though there will be different sessions. So first of all, we can just discuss how it is the type of question paper. The question papers, first sample paper published by the CBSE. So we can go through this sample paper. The sample question paper for the class 10th, session 2021-22. Here we introduce term 1 question paper. Our subject it is mathematics. We have two papers, one is standard and one is basic. Those who opted standard, they can only learn mathematics in their higher studies. So here we would like to introduce standard paper, which will be helpful for the basic students also, because we explain each and every points related to the standard questions. So there will be the options and learning ideas, whatever they required. Now we can go to the question papers instructions. We have 90-minute question paper. Our examination is 1.5 hour. Maximum marks 40. This 40 mark is distributed in 3 sections: section A, section B and section C. The section A, which contains 20 questions of 1 mark, but we have to answer only 16 questions. Similarly, the section B consists of 20 questions of 1 mark. We can attend only 60 questions. But the section C is totally different from section A and section B. What is the difference? Which consists of 10 questions based on 2 case studies. These 2 case studies will be given and we have to read thoroughly. We can answer the questions which will be given under the case studies. There will be 10 questions, but we have to attend only 8 questions. This is the main features of our question paper which we are going to appear this 10th standard examination. And one more thing, there will not be negative mark. So we can answer. If it is wrong, we don't worry about its negative mark. There will not be negative mark. This is the main features of the question paper. Now today we are going to discuss section A. Section A consists of 20 questions of 1 mark each. Actually we have to answer only 60 questions, but here we are explaining all the 20 questions for the understanding of each and every points. So we can enter to the topic. Before that, I want to say that if you didn't subscribe my channel, do it. It will be helpful for you and we will upload the remaining portion of this and it will be helpful for understanding the well knowledge in mathematics and it will help you to learn more and score more. So we can enter to the questions. Question number 1. The ratio of LCM and HCF of the least composite and least prime numbers is dash. Dear students, when we come to learn the subject mathematics, we can read the question very carefully and we can identify what is to find. That is the first step when we read the question. Here at the beginning, it says that we need to find a ratio. So when we read the word ratio, there will be 2 numbers. Ratio means it is for division. So we have to find out 2 numbers. The ratio of LCM and HCF. So when we hear the word LCM and HCF, at least we require two numbers for finding LCM and HCF. So there will be two numbers. What are the numbers? The least composite and least prime number. What are prime numbers? We know that 2, 3, 5, 7, etc. are prime numbers, which has two factors only, 1 and that number alone. What are composite numbers? They will have more than two factors. For example, the number 4 is the first composite number. 1 is the factor of 4, 4 is the factor of 4. Other than these two factors, one more factor is there, which is that 2 is the factor of 4. So, 4 is the composite number, 6 is a composite number, 8 is a composite number, 9 is a composite number because 9 has the factor 3 other than 1 and 9. So, here we understood what is composite number and what is prime number. 1 is neither prime nor composite because which has only one factor, that is 1. If two factor, then only it is prime number. More than 2 it is composite number. Now we can come to our question. We have to select least composite and least prime number. Among this prime number, the least one is 2 and the least composite number is 4. So we got two numbers, 2 and 4. Now we have to find their LCM and HCF. How to find LCM and HCF? We can factorize. Here the numbers, 4 is the least composite number, 2 is the least prime number. Their factorization, 4, 2, both have 2 as common factor. So we can factorize with 2. So we get in 4 there are 2 2's, in 2 there is 1 2. So we got 2 is the common factor. So what will be the highest common factor? There is only one common factor. So 2 is the highest common factor also. So HCF is equal to 2. Now LCM means least common multiple. We can multiply all these factors, so we will get a common multiple. Here 2 into 2 into 1, which is equal to 4, which is the LCM of 4, 2. Now we got LCM and HCF. What is LCM? 4. What is HCF? 2. What is our question? The ratio of LCM and HCF. Therefore, the ratio of LCM is to HCF is equal to, LCM is 4 and HCF is 2. So 4 is to 2. 4 is to 2 means 4 divided by 2. So we cancel, we get it 2 by 1. So the answer is 2 is to 1. Many students will answer this, but at last they will write 1 is to 2. That is wrong. Because in the question it is asked the ratio of LCM to the HCF. So first we have to write the number which represent LCM. So the answer is 2 is to 1. Option B is the right answer. The second question, the value of k for which the lines 5x plus 7y is equal to 3 and 15x plus 21y is equal to k coincide is dash. So my dear students, when we read this question, we have to recall the chapter pair of linear equations in two variables, because this is the question which contains two equations which are linear. So two equation means pair of equations, which are linear means pair of linear equations. There are two variables also, x and y. So pair of linear equations in two variables. We can recall, we studied a particular topic, the relationship between the coefficients and the nature of the graph. Suppose a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, which are the coefficients of pair of linear equation a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So you understood what is a1, b1, c1, the first equation's coefficients. What are a2, b2, c2? The second equation's coefficients. If their ratios, that means a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, these values are equal, then the lines are coincident. As we know, in this question it is given these two lines are coincide. Therefore, we can write here A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. So, we can identify what are the values of A1, B1, C1. The first equation is given here, 5x plus 7y is equal to 3. That we can write 5x plus 7y, 3 brings to left side, it will be minus 3 is equal to 0. This is the standard form. Similarly, the second equation also we can write 15x plus 21y is equal to k. K can be transposed to left side, so we will get 15x plus 21y minus k is equal to 0. Okay. Now we can identify what is A1. 1 stands for first equation. So A1 means first equation's coefficient of x, that is 5. So 5 by A2. Second equation is 15. So 5 by 15, 7 by 21 and C1 by C2 minus 3 by minus k. So we got 3 equations. What are they? 5 by 15, 7 by 21 minus 3 by k. Here we need to find the value of k. So by including k we can take one equation, which we can take 7 by 21, we can cancel 7, there is 1 7, 21 there is 3 7, so 1 by 3. After the cancellation it will become 1 by 3 is equal to minus minus we can cancel, so it will be 3 by k. So 1 by 3 is equal to 3 by k. Now this k transpose to left side, so 1 into k is equal to 3 transpose to right side, 3 into 3, 9. So we got k is equal to 9. Option A is the right answer. The value of k is equal to 9. Next question, question number 3. A girl walks 200 meters towards east and then 150 meters towards north. The distance of girl from the starting point is dash. This is the question based on the direction. So first we can draw the directions east, west, north, south. So now we can think of the question. The girl starts from a point A towards the direction east. How long? 200 meters. Then she turned to north direction and she walks 150 meters. Now she is in this point C. So the distance from the starting point A to C, we have to find the length AC. By joining this figure, we can easily understand that it is a right-angled triangle. Here the measurements are 200 and 150, which are the sides of a right-angled triangle, and the required side AC, the distance she walked. Notice distance she walked, but she reached in the point C, and the distance between the initial point to the terminal point, starting point to the finishing point, the length it is AC. Which is by Pythagoras theorem, we know that AC square, the hypotenuse square, square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. Therefore, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Here, AB is 200, BC is 150, so 200 square plus 150 square. We know that 200 square, 2 square is 4, so 200 means 2 more zeros we can give. So the answer is 40,000 plus 150 square, 15 square we know that 225. So 225 and 0 square means it doubles. So 2 zeros will be there. So the answer 22,500. Now we can add these two numbers. So we will get 62,500. This is AC square. We are required to find AC. So AC is equal to square root of 62,500. Here 62,500 means 625 square root, we know that 25. We already studied till 30th. So 2 zeros are coming means in the square root there will be, it's a half number of zeros. That means 1 0. So the answer is 250. Okay. So we got 250 is the distance from the starting point to the ending point. The lengths of the diagonals of a rhombus are 24 centimeter and 32 centimeter. Then length of the altitude of the rhombus is dash. This is a good question. We have to draw the figure based on the question. So first we can draw the figure of a rhombus. Here A, B, C, D. This is the rhombus. Before we go to find its answer, first we have to understand the question very well. In this question, find the altitude of the rhombus. What is altitude of the rhombus? Altitude of any quadrilateral, we need to consider a base. Suppose this AB is the base, then its opposite sides is CD. What is the distance between CD and AB? That is the altitude of the rhombus. So, to get a altitude of any quadrilateral, first we have to select a base. So, here we consider the base as AB. AB is the base, then the altitude we can mark it as H. H is the altitude. So, our duty to find out the length of the altitude or height of the rhombus. My dear students, so we have to make any equation which includes altitude. So, we can think one idea. Rhombus is a parallelogram. Rhombus is also a parallelogram. So, what is the equation for finding area of the parallelogram? Base into height, BH. Therefore, here base is one of the side of the rhombus and height we require to find the altitude H. So, we got one equation. The same equation we apply, we get area of this rhombus. Now, we studied another one equation for finding area of a rhombus. What is the equation for finding area of rhombus? Area of rhombus is equal to half into d1 d2. One, we use the area of parallelogram because rhombus is a parallelogram. So, parallelogram's areas equation can be used for rhombus also. Why we come to use that? That equation includes the altitude, that's why. Then only we can find the altitude. Both case we get same answer. Area of the parallelogram ABCD is equal to area of rhombus ABCD because both figures are same. Either we can call it as parallelogram or we can call it as rhombus. Rhombus means all sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. In the case of parallelogram also opposite sides are parallel. So, the equation we can write that area of ABCD by using BH, base into height, will be equal to area of rhombus equation half into d1 d2. So, we can apply what is base. Base means one of the side which is not given here. So, how can we find that? You look to this figure, diagonals are given. This AC's length it is 32 centimeter. The diagonals meet at the point O. So, what will be the length of OA? Yes, OA is 16 centimeter. The diagonal BD is 24 centimeter. So, what will be OB? OB is, it's a half because we studied in rhombus the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors that will make 90 degree and it will be divided equally. So, OB is equal to half of 24, that means 12. Now, you look to this figure, what is triangle AOB? Triangle AOB is a right angled triangle with the sides OA, OB. OA is 16 and OB is 12. Angle O is 90 degree. So, what is the hypotenuse AB? By using Pythagoras theorem, we can write that AB square is equal to OA square plus OB square. What is OA square? 16 square plus 12 square. OB square is 12 square. 16 square is 256 and 12 square is 144. By adding these two, we get 400. So, AD square is equal to 400. AD square is equal to 400. Now, sorry, not AD square, AB square. AB square is equal to 400. So, AB is equal to root of 400. The root of 4 we know that 2 and 2 zeros are coming, 1 0 will be its square root. So, 20 is the answer. So, we got AB is equal to 20. One of the side we got. This value we can apply in our equation. B into H is equal to half into D1 D2. Base is one of the side 20. So, 20 into H is equal to diagonals half into D1 into D2. Half into D1 32 into 24. So, 32 and 2 we can cancel. We will get 16 into 24. This 20 from the left side we can transpose to right side. So, we get H is equal to, altitude H is equal to 16 into 24 divided by 20. We know that 16 and 20 we can cancel by using 2. In 20, 10 2s are there. In 16, 8 2s are there. So we got 8 into 24 divided by 10. 8 into 24, that is 192. So 192 divided by 10. Division with the 10 is very easy. 1 0 is there, so 1 decimal place can be given. So 192, 1 decimal place is giving means 19.2, which is height. Height is the altitude. My dear students, you need to watch this question once again. It will help you to learn more. Okay. So I'm not going to repeat the answer because it's a video. It can be used for watching again. Question number 5. 2 fair coins are tossed. What is the probability of getting at the most one head? So my dear students, this type of question will be there in our examination. So when we get this question, first we have to notice the word at most. There will be 3 kind of question based on this type. One is at most, or at least, or exactly. So here the word they used at most one head. Here 2 coins are tossed. So we can write it's a sample space. Sample space means the set of all outcomes. When we toss 2 coins, the first coin may show head and second coin may show head. So we can write its outcome as H, H. Or first coin is head, second coin is tail. So we can mark it as HT. First is H, second is tail, HT. Or first one is tail, second one is head. So TH. Or one more possibility is there, both coins are tail. So TT. So what is the sample space when we toss 2 coins? HH or HT or TH or TT. Now we can think of the word at most one head. At most means maximum one head can be. So here less than one head, no problem. So we have to count at most one head means at most one head. So don't select the first option. There 2 heads are coming. So we can select H, T or T, H or T, T. So these 3 are favorable to our condition. So we can write probability of getting at most one head is equal to number of favorable cases divided by total number of outcome, which is equal to, what is that? Number of favorable case means at most one head, 3 options are there other than HH. HH includes 2 heads, so it can be avoided. So the remaining 3 will satisfy the condition at most one head. So 3 cases are favorable. Total how many cases? 4 cases are there. So our answer is 3 divided by 4. So we got the answer 3 by 4. So my dear students, now we practiced 5 questions. I taken it is very slowly, but it will be helpful for you. The remaining questions, today we are practicing the 5 questions based on our sample paper which is provided by CBSE. The remaining questions will be explained in next video. Once again I remind you, if you subscribe this channel and you watch these old videos, I am sure that you will get all the areas for the term 1 examination of CBSE. So my dear students, please try to write these all questions in a notebook and practice it again. Join in our WhatsApp group. You will be getting more additional questions which will help you to learn the topic thoroughly, and there is a chance to clear your doubts. So my WhatsApp number is given here. You can just send your name and school. It will help you to learn more, score more. Thank you.